welcome to the channel. This is Go Greddy and welcome to the Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup 2022 Series round number 5. Tonight we are at Autopolis and we are in the GR86 or Subaru BRZ. That's right, it is a night of the twins and everyone is trying to chase down Greddy, so stick around, check it out. All right, so the point standings, I missed round number 4. I was out of town, so here on round number 5, I need a 4th score to count as our current number of valid records is 4. So I need to just put in some good points here to help me move up in the rankings. Lobby opens up, bunch of familiar names, so I'm excited about this race because I like racing with friends and people I've been racing with quite a bit over the past. So here we are on to qualifying, and if you look up here, I am only about a 10th down, and we've got a little over 2 minutes to go. A lap time just a hair over 2 minutes, so we can get 2 more laps in to try and get ahead of Andre Sav, who's sitting on pole right now with a 2:11.071. Now, I have run a 2:10 I believe it was 5 in the time trial, so I know I'm capable of getting underneath Andre Sav's passcode 99 sets a fastest lap now, the time to beat a 2:10.995, and well, I've got 2 shots to get it done. One of them right here as I hang it out through this hairpin, keep it tight to the inside. As we come into this left-hand sweep, we're going to just ease off the gas as I get past this curb and get it onto the curbing to my left there. Try to apex it where all those skid marks are and then floor the gas pedal in 4th gear to come out the other side. Just missing the grass. Get on the brakes there before the 50 board. Get into 2nd gear. Apex the corner. Try to maintain that speed. Carry the speed through the corner and roll back on the gas as I come out the other end. Now for the tricky corner, as you get down into 3rd, the car gets sideways and drifts down the bottom of the hill, hanging out on that curve there, and then swing it back to the right to put it onto the apex on the right-hand side. Fun corner if you get it right, but hellacious if you get it wrong. So here I'm keeping it tight and tidy like it's an autocross course, just getting it right back onto the apexes. Really hard for someone to make a pass here if you keep the tight, quick line through this course, not wasting too much time going out wide. So into the middle of the track, gonna put it back down on the inside as this section of track cambers off. So you want to be on that inside to carry the speed, and then get back on the throttle to finish the lap. Looking up at the time, 2:07.28 is gonna be close. Across the line with a 2:10.982. That puts me into pole position by 1300ths of a second. And then as we finish out my next lap, I get purple again. I carve off a couple more thousandths of a second there with a 2:10.978. So Greddy will start on pole for this race. Look how tight it is in the top 3. As we go down the grid order here, there I am in P1. P2, only 1700ths of a second. And then Andre Sav, only 7600ths off of my pole position time. So super tight. So race starts, I'm on traction control 1, drop it down into 0, and then actually take 2nd a hair too far before I switch into 3rd gear, causing the car behind me, P2 passcode 99, be able to close the gap to within a 10th as we just narrowly missed cutting off the front bumper there on Pasco, heading down through corner 1. In fact, I think he may have gotten a little bit of the bumper there as he backs off quite a bit, dropping back to about 5/10. A sensible gap there, but still pretty darn close here at the start of the race. I got to keep my wits about me. The tires are cold right now. Not a lot of grip in them. Just don't want to do anything silly like I did in the Porsche Cup race earlier. So I just want to keep a nice, tidy, tight line like I did at the end of qualifying and brake just early enough that I know I can make the corner, do nothing silly. Here as we go into the theater replay. How beautiful is that? You can see that GR86 just leaning to the right as it goes around that fast left-hand corner towards here the hairpin on the backside of the course at Autopolis. Front end dives into the asphalt, searching for traction, digging for grip, coming out the other side on the throttle. Pasco 99 right on the rear end of yours truly, Go Gretty, as we head now into the fast right-hander at the bottom of the hill, letting it hang out there at about 76, 77 miles an hour. Grab a little bit of that curbing before heading back to the right to put it onto the apron and the apex there. Do a pretty good job. About, again, 0.6 between me and P2, which is a comfortable lead. Very hard to pass here at Autopolis, even in these GR86 cars. If you put the car on the apex and just keep the momentum going, it's just super hard to set up a pass and get by someone. So you see I go middle of the track there and then cut it back to the inside, not trying to do anything outstanding or special, just trying to be smooth and save some tire for the second half of the race. These are sport hard tires, but they will wear a little bit as the race goes on. So get down into the braking zone here at the end of lap 2. Look at my rear view mirror, and Pasco's coming hard, cuts the gap down by 0.3 into turn 1. So I'm like, ooh, Pasco's got turn 1 down tight. So I got to keep my wits about me here, as he may look for a move sometime here in the beginning of the races. We've already put a pretty decent gap on to the rest of the field. Now on to lap number 3. Again, Pasco making up a little bit of time there on turn 1, but goes wide, so doesn't quite have the exit he needs to do anything with it. So still looking okay for old Gretty here as we go down into the right, then left with the double apex left-hander section of the track. You can see that 86 got a little bit of a loose suspension there as the car tends to flop back and forth, transfers a lot of weight around, which is what makes it so difficult to get back on the gas. Those tires will spin up in the rear, cause the rear end to come out around you if you're not careful on your throttle applications. Just trying to balance the car here with the brake and the gas pedal, trying to maximize how much speed you can carry through the corners. Try not to ruin any of the momentum. The GR86 got 231 horsepower, so it is not lacking in horsepower. A light little car, about 2,800 pounds. You can see me roll the throttle in there as I come out the hairpin, trying not to get the rear end to come around me as I come out the other side, but trying to put down the power to the tarmac in order to keep that gap to P2 and myself. So here we are on lap 3. You can see Pasco closes in the gap there as I make a little bit of a mistake into that right-hander. It was right about here in this race. I'd been running this race for quite a while, and I had that corner down to an art, and all of a sudden I just got a little bit of the golfing yips right there. Just couldn't seem, I just lost the feel for it right there. I couldn't seem to just make the car do what I normally made it do through there, which is just kind of glide in there quickly. A nice little gentle slide towards the curbing. I don't know if it was the fact that I was in P1 and was just concentrating too much on being smooth, or what. May have just been the pressure. I don't know, Pasco right there on my rear bumper, putting on the pressure on Go Gretty, but I knew that if I put it on the apex, I was going to be able to hold them off. So on to lap number 5. There's turn 1 again. This time I go a little bit deep. Pasco gets down on the inside of me. Get on the throttle coming out of turn 1. He's unable to make that move stick, but he is right there within 0.2 of me as we head down into turn number 3, if you consider that kink number 2. Get on the brakes to right of the drive. He sticks a nose in there, but I was going to have none of it. I slammed the door close on him as we go now into the double apex left-hander coming out the other side. I'm just going to put it over to the right, get on the brakes, and take the hairpin tight, and Pasco hits me from behind. I counter steer the little GR86, somehow catch the car, come out the other side. Let's look at that sequence of events again, so we can see as we go down into turn 1. Pasco down the inside. He gets on the gas. I get on the gas, but I'm carrying a little more momentum on that outside line, able to pull back in front of Pasco as we head down into the next right-hander. Pascal is going to send it right here. He releases the brake and just gets the inside of me. Wasn't really expecting that move, but I still shut the door on him there. Now as we head the hairpin, I think I've got this pretty well sewn up through this section of the track. I'm just going to get on the brakes at my usual spot and then cover the inside, but he tries to send it down the inside, hoping I'm going to go deep there. I do not. Gets into the rear quarter panel, gets the car going sideways. Luckily, I am able to catch it. Pasco, Good sportsmanship there. He does back off, let me gather it back up and take the lead back. So no harm, no foul there. He was just, trying to go for a little bit of gap that he was hoping was going to be there. Hadn't quite developed yet. But anyway, good racing there by Pascal. Now, as we head down through turn one again, he closes that gap on me. I don't know if I'm just being too timid through turn one, or if I just don't quite have it down. But as we move on to lap number 10, I extended my gap to Pascal down to about a second and a half now. And I am just trying not to make any errors. It's going to twilight, a little hard to see the braking points. Just going to be smooth as I can. Not make any errors, not do anything silly. As you can look at me just play with the throttle here as we go down through this section of right and left-handers near the end of the lap here on this final lap. Then I finally throttle her all the way back up. Pasco probably pulled about 4/10 out of me, maybe even a full half second on this lap, because I was being just so cautious. I did not want to lose the car here at the end. Did not want to pull a Baptiste Beauvoir like we saw in the Manufacturers Cup, where he lost a 5-second lead on the final lap in the chicane. But I do not. Head down the final stretch, cross the line with the victory. P1 for the win. Go Gretty. Gonna put some nice points there in that 5th round and hopefully move up the rankings. So hope you enjoyed the race. Hope you enjoyed all the action. If you did, hit the like and or subscribe. Come back, check out some more. For myself, Go Gretty. Y'all have a great evening. DJ Clean, take us out of here.